Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad-Bhagavatam, Canto 1st, Chapter 15, Text 1. Sutta Uvacha Evam Krishna Sakha Krishno Bhratra Rajñā Vikalpitaha Anashankaspadam Rupam Krishna Vishlesha Karshitaha. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Sutta Goswami said, Arjuna, the celebrated friend of Lord Krishna, was grief-stricken because of his strong feeling of separation from Krishna over and above all Maharaja Yudhishthira's speculative inquiries. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Being too much aggrieved, Arjuna practically became choked up, and therefore it was not possible for him to reply properly to the various speculative inquiries of Maharaj Yudhishthira. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. So today we are starting a new chapter from the first canto, chapter 15. The title of the chapter is The Pandavas Retire Timely. Before this chapter, chapter 14 talks about Krishna's disappearance from this world. Krishna unmanifesting his activities before our eyes. As we know, Pandavas, the great devotees and friends of Lord Krishna, they were always guided and helped by Lord Krishna to establish dharma and to regain their kingdom. And there was a battlefield, Kurukshetra, the famous war Kurukshetra was fought, and finally Yudhishthira was established as the king. After some time, Yudhishthira Maharaj was interested to know what is Krishna doing in Dwaraka now. Because after Mahabharata war, Krishna went back to Dwaraka. And the devotees, they always want to be with the Lord. So when Krishna went back to Dwaraka, the Pandavas, especially Maharaj Yudhishthira, started feeling separation from Krishna, and he wants to know what Krishna is doing in Dwaraka. So he called Arjuna. Arjuna is called Madhyama Pandava. He's the third of the Pandavas. And also, the speciality of Arjuna is that he's the greatest friend of Lord Krishna. That is why here it is mentioned, Krishna Sakha. Krishna Sakha, friend of Lord Krishna. He's told, please go and see what is happening in Dwaraka. And please come and tell us the news. So Arjuna has gone to Dwaraka. And many days over, no news from Dwaraka. There's no news what's happening. So Yudhishthira, Bhima, Nakula, Sahadeva, Draupadi, Kunti, they all have become worried. Why there is no news from Dwaraka? Why Arjuna is not sending any information what Krishna is doing? So they were very much worried. And after really long time, Arjuna comes back to Hastinapura, Indraprastha. And by seeing Arjuna's face, Yudhishthira thought something is wrong. It's not all right. Especially when you meet Krishna and come back, your face must be filled with joy. There must be so much of happiness on your face. But Arjuna's face is not looking happy. Arjuna's face doesn't display any emotions of joy. What's wrong with Arjuna? Then Yudhishthira started asking so many questions to Arjuna. Arjuna, are you all right? Arjuna, is your health all right? On the way, your travel was all right? Was there a situation where somebody asked you some charity and you could not give charity? Did you get defeated by somebody on the way, by somebody who's inferior to you by your capacity. Like this, Yudhishthira was asking so many questions. And finally Yudhishthira asked, that is the end of the last chapter. Is it because Krishna is no more in this world? Is that the reason why you are so upset? And when Yudhishthira was asking all these questions, Arjuna was not able to speak. Because Arjuna is carrying such distressful information within his heart. What to speak of telling it, he can't even think about it. The idea that Krishna is no more available for us to associate with itself is so painful for Arjuna. There is no question of speaking it out loudly to Yudhishthira Maharaj. And especially when Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking in detail, what happened, it is making Arjuna even more painful. It is making it even more difficult to speak. Just imagine in your life, you have lost somebody in your life. That person is no more. And that news itself is so much bothering you, and somebody is asking you so many questions. What happened? So here it is said, Nana Shankaspadam Rupam Krishna Vishlesha Karshitaha. Arjuna's throat was choked up. He was not able to even speak. It was becoming very difficult for Arjuna to speak. Because he was constantly remembering all the activities of Lord Krishna. Especially the time that Krishna has spent with Arjuna and Pandavas. By remembering and remembering, Arjuna was becoming more and more distressed. So this is the background. And in this chapter, very interesting and very important title that Srimad-Bhagavatam is saying. The title of this chapter is The Pandavas Retire Timely. So this chapter talks about Pandavas' retirement. This is the topic which nobody likes to talk about. Retirement. Oh, retirement. At least few years back, people used to think, okay, after some number of years, I will retire. They'll say retirement age has come. So now is the time to retire. Now nobody likes to think about this. Nobody likes to even talk about it. Retirement is seen as something very bad thing to do in our life. When you go to them and talk about retirement, they say, no, I have not retired. I'm still young, I'm still working, I'm still doing something. So people become very ashamed of talking about retirement. But Srimad-Bhagavatam is talking about retirement very proudly. And especially who retired? The great, successful, glorious, famous people, Pandavas, they retired. Not that somebody forced them to retire. Oh, now you are 60 years old, so you can't anymore continue to be in our office, our business, or whatever. Now you have to retire. What to do? I am not interested to retire. They're forcing me to retire. Sometimes people put an application. Can I please continue another 1 year, 2 year, 3 year? Can I please continue? No, you cannot continue. Over. You have to retire. Okay, what to do? With sad face, come back and tell everyone, I got retired. They retired me. I don't want to retire, but my office retired me. Something like this. But Pandavas, nobody told them that you have to retire. Or they lost everything, kingdom or whatever, and then, okay, what to do? There is nothing now, let us retire. No. Yudhishthira and Pandavas retired when everything was great in their life. They got the entire kingdom under their control. It was so opulent that in Mahabharata, Narada describes how when it comes to heavenly planets, Indra's palace is great. When it comes to Gandharva's planet, Kubera's palace is great. When it comes to earth, it is Yudhishthira Maharaja's palace, which is so great, unparalleled in this world. So they had everything. There was no requirement for them to retire like this. But why are they retiring? That is what very important for all of us to discuss. This retirement is not that when you become old only you have to retire. When you are young, you don't have to retire. This is not the correct understanding. Retirement, why somebody has to retire? This requires a proper understanding of what is life. When we know what is life, then we prepare our mind what to do in that life. Recently, about 15-20 days back, I traveled to one place to visit one of my relatives who is very old and who's on the deathbed, and any moment that person may die. So many relatives called me and said, oh, this is the last chance for you to come and see. This person may die at any time. And since this person is your relative, very close relative, so maybe, it's very appropriate for you to just come and see one last time. So I said, okay, let's go and see. So when I traveled and when I saw the situation, old person. So the old person was sitting. And what is the situation of that old person? The old person doesn't even know who has come to see. Doesn't know who has come. Why? Can the old person not see? No, the person can see. But the old person has lost the capacity to remember who is who. Today you see how we are all very proud. Oh, I can remember anyone. I know who is who. I know everything. I know who has to give me how much. Who has taken how much money from me. I know who has done to me so that I can take some revenge on them. So many things we remember. But what we do not know is there is some stage in our life where you don't remember anything. So much so that old person, in front of the old person, the own daughter was standing. That person's daughter is standing and the person doesn't even know now who is that person. My daughter, who is that? Doesn't know. Who are you? This person is asking. Who are you? I'm your daughter. Yes, at that time, you will not know who this person is. And then after some 5-10 minutes, now the memory came back. Oh, when did you all come? How are you all? Are you all right? When did you reach? Okay, it's nice. That person remembered, you spoke. Then again after 5 minutes, the same person is asking, who are these people? Why have they come? Why are they here? Same. So the Shastra says, what is the situation of this? Angam vihinam, angam galitam, palitam mundam. Angam galitam, palitam mundam, dashana vihinam, jatam tundam. Vruddho yati grihitva dandam. See how Shastras are describing our life. Angam vihinam, angam, all our body parts have become galitam. Galitam means they become completely so old. No more energy left in any parts of your body. You try to lift your hand, you cannot lift. You try to walk, you cannot walk. Your back is bent. So much it is bent that you can't even stand strong like this. Angam galitam palitam mundam. All that hairstyle that people are having, good hairstyle. Shastra says palitam mundam. There is one stage where one natural hairstyle will come. The famous Hare Krishna hairstyle. But this hairstyle is not because of the old age. It is because of spiritual reason. But unfortunately, in the old age, the hairstyle will be that palitam mundam. Your hair will be naturally shaved up by the laws of nature. Angam galitam palitam mundam dashanam vihinam jatam tundam. What is the meaning of this? Dashanam vihinam jatam tundam. Tundam means our mouth. Dashanam means the teeth. Your mouth will become free from all the teeth. Your mouth will become free from all the teeth. Now you try to eat whatever you want to eat. Dashanam vihinam jatam tundam. Angam galitam palitam mundam. Angam galitam. All my body parts have become so weak. My head has lost all the hair, or it has become very grey. Angam galitam palitam mundam dashanam vihinam jatam tundam. Your mouth lost all the teeth. When you lose your teeth, not only you can't eat, you also can't speak properly. What you speak, people can't understand. I was sitting next to that old person, just 1 meter away from the old person, and that person is trying to speak. I was not able to understand what that person is trying to speak. Because dashana vihinam jatam tundam, your mouth simply moves, but nobody can understand what you are asking, what you are saying. The same person who is speaking big words now, you speak where nobody will understand what you are speaking. And we needed one interpreter. So that person's son was there, and the son was sitting and giving an interpretation. This is what that person is saying. And we have to accept whatever this interpreter is saying, because we are not understanding what the old person is speaking. Angam galitam palitam mundam dashana vihinam jatam tundam vruddho yati grihitva dandam. Vruddho yati, you become vruddha. Vruddha means you become so old. Grihitva dandam. Now you have to carry one danda in your hand if you want to move even to your toilet. You want to use your washroom, you can't be dependent on your legs. These legs can slip anytime because angam galitam. These legs are no more strong. You need another support. Vruddho yati grihitva dandam. You need the danda support now. But how sad, Shastra says. Even though this much is going on, what is a sad situation? Tadapi, even then. What does it mean? Even then means, even when your body is completely worn out, no more energy to stand, no more energy to walk, no more energy to move your hands and legs. So we carried some prasadam from Bangalore to give to that old person. So we kept it, we served in one plate and gave it to that old man. Please take this. The person is not able to lift the hand and take that prasadam and keep it in the mouth. All of us who are living in city where we don't get to see old age, we only get to see Orion Mall, Mantri Mall, all jhalak, nice things. This is called Maya. Maya means it will hide the truth. And it will only show you some illusion. Whole life it will be like this. But the truth is that angam galitam palitam mundam dashana vihinam jatam tundam vruddho yati grihitva dandam tadapi. Even then, what is the mentality and attitude of a materialistic person? Tadapi muchyanti asha pindam. You're still holding on to some desire to enjoy the material world. Muchyanti asha pindam. Asha. Some happiness is there. Some enjoyment is there. I should enjoy. I should somehow enjoy in this material world. When are you thinking like this? When your body has become old. When you are not able to stand. when you're not able to walk, when you're not able to eat food, when you're not able to chew food, when you're not able to digest, when you're not able to sleep, when you're not able to remember anybody, when you're not able to speak properly, even then muchanti tadapi muchanti asha pindam. What mentality the materialistic person has got? What is the strong material desire in our heart that is making us not think of Lord even in the old age? Why it happens like this? Why does it happen? Okay, somebody has got youth. Somebody has got strength in the body. They are thinking, even the old person thinks like this. How sad the Shastras is saying. What sad situation it is. Because nobody thinks, why I'm saying this, here the chapter says the Pandavas retired. They did not retire because they became old. They became useless. This shloka, whichever we said now, Angam Galitam Palitam Mundam, it is not for Pandavas. They were very strong. Bhima was so strong that even 10,000 elephants come, he is able to handle 10,000 elephants. That much strength was there. At that time he retired. Not Angam Galitam Palitam Mundam. When it happened that he was not able to walk, then he retired. 10,000 elephants come and attack Bhima. He is still able to handle 10,000 elephants. That much Shakti is there in him. At that time he retired. Yudhishthira Maharaj retired when the entire kingdom, Hastinapura kingdom, was under his control. When you become old, nothing is under your control. Your own body is not under your control. Your children are not under your control. And nobody is under your control. So what they did, these relatives, the moment this person became so old, they kept him outside of the home. Why? Because if this person dies, some dosha will come to home, something will happen, you better die outside of the home. The home that you built, the home where you lived, the home where you worked so hard, in the same home, you will be thrown out. For what? For what? So much I did. So much I worked hard. So much I carried my children. When they were not able to walk, when I am not able to walk, they made me sleep outside. So why is this person sleeping? Oh no, if that person dies inside, some dosha will come, we may have to vacate the house for a few months. All those things, better people told, keep that old person outside. Anytime this person can die. This is what going to happen to all of us. If we are not prepared for Ante Narayana Smritihi. So if we don't want this type of a situation, then Shastras tell us what are we supposed to do in the human form of life. We are not supposed to get old like this and then die like this. This is not how the human life is supposed to be spent. Then what is the human life supposed to be spent? How it should be spent? Etavan Sankhya Yogabhyam Swadharma Parinishthaya Janmalabha Parapumsa Ante Narayana Smritihi. Janmalabha. What is the profit in our life? Is that in that old age or any other time, Ante, at the time of death, Narayana Smritihi. Are you able to think of Narayana? And preparation for this Ante Narayana Smriti has to happen from the very beginning. It cannot happen when people throw you outside of the home. Okay, now they have thrown me outside of the home. Now let me prepare for Ante Narayana Smriti. Till that time, let me handle my business. Let me handle some important meeting, Zoom meeting. Let me handle something, some family issues. This is not the attitude of the human life, a spiritually serious attitude. The spiritually serious attitude must be from the very beginning of our life. How to prepare oneself for Narayana Smritihi. Narayana Smriti. How much Narayana Smriti I am able to do? When I visited the old person, what to speak of Narayana Smriti, that person does not have Smriti of own family members. The person does not have Smriti of what 1 hour back he or she ate. Just 1 hour back they gave some food, the old man ate. And again after half an hour, the old person was complaining, see, nobody is giving me any food here. Then the family members were saying, see, these old people know, very big problem to take care of them. Like this, they give bad name to us. I'm taking care of this person day and night. I just now gave food, half an hour back you ate food, and now you are telling, you didn't give me anything, I have not eaten anything. You see, ante narayana smritihi. Smritihi, the remembrance, is no more under your control when you are old. Not only when you are old, even when you are young also, not necessary that remembrance is always under our control. During examination, we all have experienced whether remembrance is under our control or not. But it is more experienced when you are old. So, when you are no more able to remember whether you had breakfast or not, when you are no more able to remember who is your own family member, then how will you remember Narayana? How is it possible to remember Narayana? Is it by luck? Is it by chance somebody remembers Narayana? It is not possible. One has to prepare for that throughout life. Only then, by seeing your preparation, Krishna, who controls our memory and forgetfulness, he releases that memory in your memory. He gives that smriti in your memory. Without Krishna releasing that, we will not be able to remember. At that time, nothing is under our control. And why Krishna will release? Krishna will release only if you have sincerely, honestly practiced throughout your life. Otherwise, Krishna will not release. Ante narayana smriti janmalabha parapumsa. This is the labha of our janma, manushya janma. What is the labha? By seeing that you can say, yes, this person is successful. Like Olympic is going on in Japan. So many people have gone to Japan to play Olympics. And recently India got one medal. And when India got medal, everyone is appreciating. Oh, this person is so great. This person has brought good name. This person, that state, particular state announced, this person will become the SP of our such and such place. So much of appreciation. Why? Because you got the fruit of that game, Olympic game called medal. So when will the Shastra appreciate like this about us? What is that we are supposed to get for which the Shastra will appreciate us in our life? Like that person went to participate in the Olympic, we have come to participate here in the human form of life. And imagine you go to Olympic game and they're given so many facilities there, and you're so busy in seeing the Japan, Tokyo, the good city, good road, and some nice building, and the facilities which they're giving, oh, very nice, and you spend all your time in this, and you come back in empty hand. It is considered as a big loss. It is considered as irresponsibility, not a responsible behavior. Responsible behavior is to seriously participate in the game. And that serious participation in the game is called preparation for Narayana Smriti. How much we have prepared for Narayana Smriti. And that, how to prepare for Narayana Smriti, is being described in Srimad-Bhagavatam and Mahabharata. Mahabharata is a background of this Srimad-Bhagavatam. Arjuna, Yudhishthira, Nakula, Sahadeva, Bhima, they're all Mahabharata characters. Their life is described here. How they're able to remember Krishna. And after all these things, Parikshit Maharaj will come. Because this entire Srimad-Bhagavatam is spoken to Parikshit Maharaj, Ante Narayana Smritihi, because he was supposed to die in 7 days. So the moment he came to know, I'm going to die in 7 days, he was worried. Will I be able to remember Krishna? Let me go and keep myself in that situation where remembering Krishna becomes so favorable. How many of us are doing this? Some people must be thinking, oh, death is so far, very far. I think now we can't think. Anyway, third wave is coming. The first batch of death came in first wave. Second batch of death came in second wave. So different batches keep coming. And when these batch come, when the first batch came, everybody, oh, only old people are dying, old people are dying. When the second batch came, I think more seriousness has come. No, anybody may die. Anybody may die. The children are now untouched. We don't know which wave comes and it will attack whom. So Shastra is always saying, death can come at any time in any form, whether it is COVID, first wave, second wave, third wave, old age, or whatever it is, death will come. But before the death comes, are you prepared? Shastra says we are not supposed to die like cats and dogs. Cats and dogs also die. But they are not expected to remember Krishna when they are dying. But we are expected to remember Krishna when we die, when we gave up. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram. Krishna says, smaran muktva, smaran remembrance. This remembrance of Lord Krishna is so important in our life. If you want to remember Krishna, then you have to see what you are doing throughout your life. Remembrance of Krishna at the time of death is a result of what we do throughout our life. We cannot do whatever we want to do and spend our time however we want to spend and then think that now I'll be able to somehow remember Krishna. See, we cannot be smarter than Krishna. We cannot trick the Lord like this. The reality will come at the time of death. The result will be announced. What you have done throughout your life. Whether you are able to remember or not, Krishna, if he knows what you have done throughout your life, he will give you remembrance. Tesham aham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat bhavamina chirat partha maya aveshita chetasam. Maya aveshita chetasam. Those who are completely absorbed in me, for them, I will personally come and give the remembrance and I will personally take them back. Krishna is giving this promise to those people who are preparing throughout the life. And to prepare for that, we have to spend some time, and that is called retirement. So when do we retire? What do you all say? Can you all give some suggestions? When should we retire? 50 years. Okay. As soon as we realize this fact. Any other answers? Hello? So, maybe some of you are thinking retirement is for those who are going to die. I'm not going to die. Ahani ahani bhutani gacchanti amalai. Even though people next to us, our own family members, relatives keep dying, I never think I'm going to die. I never think I should retire. I never think that there's something that I should do in my life. How sad. This is what Yudhishthira Maharaj is telling. What a sad, great wonder it is. The greatest illusion is to think that I have more number of days in my account. As if somebody has told how many days are there in our account. So we are thinking, okay, still a lot of time is there. Still a lot of time is there. This is the illusion. Retirement, there are two types of retirement. One is that you completely stop whatever you're doing and focus on Krishna. Another one is you do minimum things because you're human form of life. Some responsibilities are there. Keep that minimum. Keep that minimum and rest of the time focus on this, the main object of your life. That is also called retirement. Are we at least doing that? If we are not even doing this much, then it is very seriously we are wrong. We are brainwashed to do something else while we are expected to do Ante Narayana Smritihi. So Pandavas are retiring timely. That is very important. Not that untimely. When they are kicked out, they are retiring. No. When nobody is asking them, they are retiring. They know this is the time. Krishna is no more available in this world. Better we should also leave this place. When Krishna is not there, I don't need this place. Dharma is not there. When Mahabharata war got over, the day Duryodhana died, that is the first day of Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga started when Duryodhana died. That is the first day. After that 36 years, Yudhishthira Maharaj ruled. And those 36 years, the Shastra describes, even though it was Kali Yuga, but it was like Satya Yuga because of Krishna and Yudhishthira's presence. That much dharma they established. But after Krishna also departed from this world, then Pandavas knew very soon, seriously, Kali will take over. And we will not be able to do much. Better we also leave this place. So this is the attitude of the devotees. Their attitude is, the example is given. Like the example the Shastra gives, when somebody goes to washroom, toilet, how long will you sit there? How long you be there? Will somebody say, such a nice place, maybe whole day I should be here only? No, nobody thinks like this. At least no intelligent person, sane person thinks like this. They think, I've come here for a certain business. Immediately after my activity, I should get out of this toilet. I should just leave this place. This is not the place where I should be spending more time. But this is very difficult for Kali Yuga people to understand, because when they go to washroom, they carry newspaper, they carry their mobile, so that they can spend more and more and more time. Some parents have complained, I don't know what my child does inside the washroom. Half an hour over, 1 hour over, 1.5 hour or 2 hour over, not coming outside. What are you doing? It's so difficult to understand. Because when you go to washroom, you should be quickly coming outside. Gee, I just came outside, over. There was a time where people used to think, oh, if my father and mother, they go to puja room, they sit for hours and hours there. They don't come outside only. But nowadays it is reversed. They go to washroom, and when they go to washroom, they carry very dear device with them, mobile, and go on spending time and don't come outside only. That is called Kali Yuga influence, where it will make you forget where you are sitting also. It will make you forget where you are sitting. That means the Shastras are comparing this material world to toilet, to washroom. It is so disgusting place. There is no, good things to stay there. It is not a nice place to stay there. Nobody thinks that we should stay here only. But something can make you forget that and still be in that kind of a place. So Kali Yuga is like that, where people make long plans how to stay in the material world. But Srimad-Bhagavatam says how to quickly get out of this place called material world, and that is why Pandavas are retiring. We are going to discuss all those things in this chapter and more about Parikshit Maharaj. How to retire. Do your minimum responsibilities and then quickly retire. Nobody has a plan how to settle down here permanently. Nobody spends so much of time and energy making this place a better place. That should not be goal of our life. We should not be spending our time and energy trying to make this material world a better place. So once some people came to Srila Prabhupada with some invitation. They said, Swamiji, we are very impressed with you, the work that you have done. How famous you are, how successful you are. You have traveled the whole world 14 times and you have made so many people take up spiritual life, devotional life, and you're so great. So Swamiji, we are organizing one event, and we are inviting so many this kind of Swamijis, different Swamijis to come to that event, and they will all speak. So we want you also to come and speak. So Prabhupada said, so may I know please, what is that, why this event is organized? What is this event all about? So Swamiji, this event we have organized where everybody will come and speak how to make this place a beautiful place. So everybody is coming to speak on this topic. Then Prabhupada said, sorry, I cannot come. He says, no Swamiji, you have to come. Why? What's the problem? Is there any mistake in our invitation? Is there something else we have to arrange? Prabhupada said, you see, my philosophy is different from your philosophy, so I cannot come. What is that? Prabhupada said, if you take some scent, if you take some deodorant scent and spray in the toilet, will it become a better place? Now people say, very nice. Now we can settle down here only by spraying some scent. It will not become a better place. It still remains the toilet. It still remains a washroom or a toilet where a certain activity is done and quickly gotten out. So, Bhagavad Gita says this place is the most disgusting place. Janma mrityu jara vyadi dukkha doshanu darshanam. So we have to always think in our mind, when will I get out of this place? When will I get out of this place? If this kind of an awareness is not created in your mind, it means you have not got right education. Right education means you have developed this in your mind, how fast I can get out of this place. If you are thinking more and more I should stay here, that means you got avidya, you got ajnana. And one of the business of the guru, spiritual master, is ajnana timirandhasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshur unmilitam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Guru is supposed to open your eyes. When he opens your eyes, then you are able to see, oh my God, I am in toilet. 1 year over, I am sitting inside the toilet and let me get outside. It is only when you open your eyes of knowledge. And that eyes of knowledge will be given by spiritual master, guru. Like Srila Prabhupada, who is a true guru. The real spiritual master who will not make wrong promise. Who will not give some fake ideas, the fake promise about this material world. Dharma projita kaitavotra paramanirmatsaranam satam. Srimad-Bhagavatam, the beginning itself says, kick out all this kind of cheating religion that makes you think that this material world is very nice. That's not real religion. The real religion opens your eyes and makes you think that this is a disgusting place. Janma mrityu jara vyadi dukkha doshanu darshanam. I should not stay in this place. I should leave this place as early as possible. If this kind of awareness has not set in our heart, it means you are not getting the right education. And the right education comes from the Vedic scripture. From the day one, the Vedic scripture say, prepare for your death. Are just now you are born? Already you are talking about death? Yes. Jatasya hi dhruvoham. The moment you are born, your death is also certain. So prepare for the death. And that's your examination. The moment you join some course, immediately you should start prepare for the examination of that course. That shows how serious are you about that course. If you say, no, I'm not worried about my exam, that means you're not sincere, you're not serious, you're going to fail. You're all right? So that is why we have to be very careful. So when I saw this old person, then I was thinking in the mind, this old person never prepared throughout the life to retire from the life. Because never prepared, not able to think of Krishna. Why? It is because there is something called samsara vyamoha. Samsara vyamoha means so much of attachment to family. This is the greatest disease that human life we get to see. some disease, the disease called attraction to me, my body and my family. And I want to go on doing something to my family. Oh, my family, without me, my family cannot stay. Without me, my children cannot live. Without me, this business cannot go on. It's all about me, and go on doing it. And the same person, by the same family members, will be kicked out at the time of death. Samsara Vyamoha. And what is the meaning of Vyamoha? Vyamoha means bewilderment. Bewilderment means you actually forget. Forgetfulness comes because of Vyamoha. What is forgetfulness? Forgetfulness of who you are. Why have you taken birth? What is the goal of your life? What are you supposed to do? Yes, we have family, but we should know what is the real goal of the family. Family means together everybody, let's go back to Vaikunta, go back to Goloka Vrindavana. That is the goal of the family. If I'm in the family, if I'm thinking together all my family members, we should become so Krishna conscious that we should all go back to spiritual world, don't stay in this material world. That's the real family. That's a different family that Vedic scripture recommend us to be. Not the family where we become so attached and get into sense gratification and forget what is the goal of life. And then go on working hard for it. As if I am not there, nobody is there to take care of this family. And then what happens? All your youth will go. Dhana yauvana jivana rajya sukha anukshana nashaparam. Anukshana nashaparam. In a moment it will be taken away. Anukshana, it takes only a moment. During the second wave, we used to get news. Oh, this person I saw 3 days back is not there. Oh, that person I met 1 week back, not there. Oh, this person, I just spoke. Morning walking I went, I saw. Now it's not there. Anukshana nashaparam. Tyaja gramya katam sakalam viphalam. Sakalam viphalam. At the time of death, it will be shown to you everything that you have done other than your Krishna consciousness is sakalam viphalam. It's of just no use. It is not going to come and rescue you. It is not going to come and help you in any manner. In any manner it is not going to come and help you. Sakalam viphalam. Dhana yauvana jivana dhana. How much money is there in your account? How much money is there in your family member's account? Sakalam viphalam. That will not help you. Yauvana jivana. Oh, you don't have youth. Your family members are young. They also will not help you. Their youth cannot help you. Dhana yauvana jivana rajya sukham. I may be old, but I'm the chief minister. I'm the prime minister. I have 100-acre property. Bangalore, so much property is there. Rajya sukham. Dhana yauvana jivana rajya sukham. Anukshana nashaparam. It can be taken away and it will be rendered useless. Anukshana nashaparam. Tyaja gramya katam sakalam viphalam. Bhaja godrumakanana kunja vidum. Then what am I supposed to do? Supposed to develop attraction for Krishna and always taste remembering Krishna in our heart. If this is what we want to do, then Bhaktivedanta Thakur says, Yadite haripada saroja sudara sapana param hridayam satatam parihritya griham kali bhavamayam bhajagodrumakanana kunja vidhum. Yadi means if. Yadite, te means you. Yadite haripada saroja sudha. Sudha means the nectar. Like in our home, we all make some this fruit juice, milkshake, fruit juice, and we drink. Very tasty. We drink so nicely. Sudha means not just ordinary fruit juice, it's a nectar, nectarian juice. And that comes when we think of Lord Krishna. Yadite haripada saroja sudha rasapana param. Pana means drink. If you want to drink this kind of a nectar in your heart continuously, then you have to do one thing. What is that? Parihritya griham. You have to give up this mentality of, I will forever, I'll remain in my family life. Parihritya griham. Why? Kali bhavamayam. In the Kali Yuga, you are completely captured by Kali's influence, and you will forget what is the goal of life, and the so-called material family atmosphere is such that it will make you forget. It will make you forget everything. Who am I? What is the purpose of my life? What am I supposed to do? Everything will be forgotten. Something else we will be doing, spending our time. So one has to spend more time in chanting, reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, coming to temple, doing service. This is where we have to spend more and more time. Kali bhavamayam parihritya griham, Kali bhajagodrumakanana kunja vidu. And this vyamoha, this bewilderment, this forgetfulness, if you want to get rid, there is only one remedy for this, to get out of the vyamoha. And that is described like this. Vyamoha paramaushadhim. There is one medicine to cure this kind of a forgetfulness, this kind of a bewilderment, this kind of, forgetting Lord Krishna, what is purpose of life? Vyamoha, attachment. Vyamoha paramaushadhim. Muni mana chitta pravritti aushadham. This aushada can cure our vyamoha. Means it can bring back our memory with Krishna, our relationship with Krishna, our feelings for Krishna. Just like Arjuna, his throat is choked up, is not able to speak because so much is remembering Krishna. We are not remembering Krishna like this. If you want to remember Krishna like that, then you have to take this medicine. Vyamoha paramaushadhim, muni mana vritti pravritti aushadham. This aushada can make munis, the yogis, the sages continuously do meditation by taking this medicine. Then, daityendriyarti karaushadam. There are some demons inside our heart. They're continuously attacking us and making us forget Krishna. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. They're so powerful. Daitya Indra, they're called as Indra. Indra is like very powerful. He has got Vajrayuda. So the enemies that are there inside our heart, not some ordinary enemies. They're very powerful enemies. Daityendriyarti karaushadham. How to defeat them? By taking this medicine. Just like the Devatas took Amrita to defeat the Danavas, the Rakshasas, like that if you take this medicine, you will be able to defeat these problems inside your heart. Daityendriyarti karaushadham. Tribhuvane sanjeevanai kaushadam. In the three worlds, this is the only aushadhi that can bring our life back. You may say, oh, I'm alive. What is this life? We are not alive. Life is called when we are thinking of Krishna, that is a real life. Otherwise, it is as good as dead body. It is considered as good as dead body. Tribhuvane sanjeevanai kaushadam. Bhaktatyanta hitaushadam. This is the only medicine that brings so much of good feeling for the devotees. Bhakta atyanta hitaushadam. Then bhava bhaya pradvamsanaushadhim. This is the aushada that can destroy the fear of this bhava. Bhava means birth, death, old age and disease. Shreya prapti karaushadam. How to, this aushadhi can bring the highest good in your life. Shreya prapti karaushadam. Pibaha manaha. Oh my dear mind, because of the 7 reasons, there are 7 reasons why we should drink this medicine. Number 1 reason, vyamoha paramaushadam. It will remove our bewilderment. It will bring back our memory. Number 2, muni mana chitta pravritti aushadam. It can make the yogis meditate on Lord Krishna by drinking this medicine. Number 3, daityendriyarti karaushadam. It is so, by taking this medicine, it will make you so powerful, it will make you defeat any powerful demon that is there inside your heart. Tribhuvane sanjeevanai kaushadam. In the entire 3 world, this is the only medicine that can bring back your life. Krishna conscious life. 4 over. The 5th one, Bhakta Atyanta Hitaushadhim. This is the only one that can bring comfort for devotees. By drinking this medicine, you get comfort. 5th one. 6th one, Bhava Bhaya Pradvamsanaushadhim. This is the only medicine that can remove the fear of birth, death, old age and disease. 6th reason. 7th reason, Shreya Prapti Paramau Karaushadam. This is the only medicine that brings the highest good in our life. Because of all these 7 reasons, oh my dear mind, Manaha, Pibaha. Pibaha means please drink. What is that? Manaha Pibaha, Shri Krishna Divyaushadhim. Please drink the names of Lord Shri Krishna. That is a Divyaushadhi. And this Aushadhi, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, is the only Aushadhi that can actually help us get rid of this Vyamoha, so that from the very beginning we can focus on the real goal of life. What is that? Janmalabha Parapumsa Ante Narayana Smritihi. Ante Narayana Smritihi will happen when the Vyamoha goes. And how that Vyamoha goes? By regularly chanting Hare Krishna mantra. There is no substitute for this. There is no substitute for this. There is no substitute for this. This is what Kali Santarana Upanishad is saying. So with this, we'll stop here. Grantara Srimad-Bhagavatam ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.